Okay. Hello, if you're watching on the replay. We are going to be working on this mug, which is being painted with the Oasis Bliss Drops paint. So we're going to work on that today, and we've got a bunch of Bliss Drop ornaments to work on today too. So let's get painting. I'm painting on my couch again. It's my comfortable spot to be. It's the easiest spot for me to keep an eye on little Miss Audrey. So it's a little more chaos, but a lot more comfort. So we'll just keep going. I hope you guys are doing good and you've had a good weekend. If today is a holiday where you are, I hope you've had a good long weekend and maybe some time to even chill a little bit. I hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. And I'm going to be live again tonight on my TikTok from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. So if you're around and you want to come hang out, just know that I will be there. Hi, Joan. Hi, Pat. Hi, Letitia. Oh, I'm good, Joan. How are you? It's good to see you. What's everybody up to? Letitia, what are you up to today? Ooh. Lots of paint. All right. So we are going to do this half design on this side today. So we'll block that out here. Hey, Tina. Oh, that's weird. That's really strange. Hi, Sue. How you doing? Joan, I'm doing good. Off work today, so relaxing. Very nice. Doing some small crosses. Fantastic. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out today. Let us do some painting. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. If you're new to my lives, just know that while I'm painting, I can't see the screen on my phone. So I'll pause every once in a while to come back and just check on the chat and make sure that I catch up on anything that I've missed. But definitely let me know if you have any questions at all. No real agenda to these lives, just coming and hanging out. Spending some quality time together. So I'm just putting these guide dots on here to help me hopefully keep my design going in the right direction. I don't put lines on here because when you paint over it, it can be, it can impact the shape of your dots. So let's see. I'm casting some more piggies, not painting yet. Open for suggestions. What do you have ready to go that you could be painting on? Hey, Sarah. How's it going? All right. Happy Monday. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today, you guys. Oh, shit. Oh, I did bring it. I thought I'd left my little cup to hold my paints in the other room, but look at that. So the paints that I'm using are Bliss Drops. This color is Oasis. It's going to dry to be that beautiful dark color that's on the other side of the mug. It's almost a very denim-y blue when it's wet, though. I think it's a really, really pretty blue. Everything is ready to go, at least for base coat. So choose anything. Okay, a candle holder and a couple of the business card holder thingies. All okay, good. Saw my cousins yesterday. Oh, nice. So the color when it's dry looks like this. Isn't that so pretty? So much shine and so much sparkle. Isn't that beautiful? The noise from the mug holder is also really adding to the experience, I think, too. Right? Now I'm trying to make it do it. Now I'm trying to do it on purpose. But it's a pretty color. In person, it's much more of a denim-y kind of gray blue when it's wet. But it's so pretty when it dries. Having trouble... Oh, gonna reboot and try again? Oh, yuck. The biggest... One of the biggest that you have... The biggest that you have and then the smallest that you have. Do the two extremes. Yeah, it's pretty, eh? So I haven't tried the green yet, but I'm going to be doing some more rainbow pieces and I'm going to put it in there. I want to do some ornaments too. I want to try some white ornaments with Heat Wave and Verde, the green. And then using some gold as well. I think I want to try mixing it. I want to try mixing the Verde and the Heat Wave and a kind of more a flat regular gold to just kind of create that contrast. I think that would be really pretty. I have the plan to do I have the idea to do one of every color of bliss drops in a set of 2 mugs, one on the white and one on the black. I think it's more of an idea than a plan because we all know how I do with plans. I don't always follow through on them. But I'm going to be doing a bunch, that's for sure. But I want to start playing around with some different color combos. Hi, Asha. Anybody else doing any painting? Sue, have you been able to do any painting? I hope you're doing okay. Sending you some love. Tina, how about you? You doing any painting today? Oh my goodness, I forgot it's so early in Sydney there for you, Asha. It's good to see ya. Thanks for popping in. Nice to start the day with ya. How was the outing with the pups the other day? Did Kashi make some new friends? Or enjoy time with friends? Think you're back, Tina? Awesome. Fingers crossed. Are you doing any painting today, Tina? How did those candle holders go, Sarah? Oh, look, he just messaged. I might go up in a bit and do some painting. Just need to do finishing touches. Oh, very exciting. Oh, I can't wait to see them. Going to be finishing your 16-inch? That's awesome. You could potentially have those available as a paint on demand or something. Yeah, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Kind of ride the wave of enjoying painting this design. That's a great idea. Super good thinking, Letitia. If you get the big moats down the middle, the big craters, You can backfill with some bliss drops. And sometimes even just moving the paint around. I don't need to add a lot. I just add a little bit so that it's kind of easy to move the paint around. If you've ever watched watched cookie decorating videos when they do the floods and how they kind of just move the icing around, it kind of reminds me of that. But it can help to fill any unevenness. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm excited to see. Is it bad that I'm feeling too lazy to walk up one flight of stairs? Absolutely not. Totally understand. Got your back. Sometimes it just feels like too much. You're like, ugh, too much, too far, not doing it. Totally get it. I'm going to just pause for a real quick second and see if I can see where Little Miss went, just so I can have an idea. She's had a couple coughs the last couple of days. Not many, nothing too panicky or anything, but still enough that I'm kind of back in hypervigilance. Okay, she's snoozing, she's happy. That's good. All right. Ooh. It's the beauty of sitting on this couch, though. It's nice and close to where she snoozes, so I can keep an eye on her. All right. So now I'm going to bring you in here, like so. All right, now we're back. Know that feeling too well, right? We've all been there for sure. Let me tighten that up, see if that helps a bit. Sleeping and just happened to open my eyes and find you on live. Isn't that wonderful? Kashi and Coda this morning we look after. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, and that'll be lovely to have that company again. That's wonderful, Asha. Story time about being too lazy to walk upstairs. Let me give you an example. Okay, good. My paint desk is two flights upstairs, but I also like to paint downstairs and chill with Mom and Dad. I got so annoyed of having to walk my tools back and forth. I bought a second set of tools. Yep. Totally tracks. Makes total sense to me. Makes total sense to me. That is called ingenuity. Should be able to do another section of this mug on tonight's live, because it'll be dry enough that I'll be able to do like the design in the middle in between these ones. And then there's only couple more sections left, so probably end of day Wednesday I should be able to have this one done. And I think Tuesday, Wednesday I'm not going to do any lives, but when I go back to lives on Thursday we should be able to start this on a white mug, so that'll be cool, and that'll round out the set since we've done each one on a white and a black mug. I think this is going to look so cool on a white mug. So many ideas. Totally clever for her to do that, hey Tina? And you can imagine that didn't stop at tools. Oh, absolutely. There's got to be storage for works in progress there. There's got to be everything you need there. That makes total sense. An upstairs studio and a downstairs studio. Definitely not. Definitely not alone in that, Sarah, for sure. All right. So now I'm just moving my table. That's why we're jiggling around. Because I'm going to grab the ornaments that we're going to paint now. Because this has to sit now with this paint facing the ceiling so that the paint doesn't slide down the side of the mug. And then we'll be able to keep moving. Right? Like duplicates of everything everywhere. Oh, I hope it is too, Christine. It's good to see ya. How you doing? All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And let me grab. So I took a look. If you were on the live last night, I started some teal ornaments with Tombstone, the black bliss drops. I woke up this morning and the ornaments were both so scratched that I ended up tossing both of them. So I've got 4 teal ones that we're going to get started today too. So I've got, excuse me. So we've got this one here, the pink with the Mirage. We've got one side to do on this one. So we're going to do one side on this one as well. Then it'll have to hang to dry and I'll do the final side tomorrow. And then we've got 4 teal ornaments that are the same size that we're going to use Tombstone the black on. And then once we've got those done, then I think we might do some ribbon and some boxing up of some of the ornaments that are hanging on the ornament wall that are ready to kind of go into storage and clear some space so I have more room on the wall. Hey, Cindy. How you doing? It's good to see ya. Tina, she said, I have enough paints for multiple floors of houses, but I feel bad opening 2 of the same. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't, especially if you don't use all of it all at the same time too, right? Doing well, good. Actually painting in my painting room for the 2nd time since Christmas. That's wonderful. What are you working on today? I know, eh? I'd love to see it. When you posted that picture of the spiral that you did, Letitia, in the group, in the Facebook group, I just have this little giddy feeling every time I see your paint bottles with the wonderful tops and how you've got it all organized. I'm like, someday. I'm telling you, if I win the lottery on Tuesday night, $70 million, if I win that, guess who's going to be offered a plane ticket to come over and set up my entire studio? Oh, goodness. Okay, so, we're going to use Mirage. And we need the round stencil. Oh, and you guys want to see something too? Let me show you something else first. And we'll get this part covered too. So, this is the piece that we're doing for the workshop coming up this weekend. Right? I'm going to be doing a color grade, just like this one. I'm going to have, you only need 4 colors. And this was the first version that we did. This is the first version that I did. Oops. Right? So this is a 10-inch round wood panel, very thin, which I think is great because I think it'll look really cool framed. So we did that one. Then, trying to perfect the guidelines to get ready, we did this one with the same colors that we did on those candle holders. Look at that shine. Isn't that so cool against the matte? So neat to see how different it looks when you've got a matte with an accent compared to that one. So these are 2 of the different possible colors. If you want to come to the workshop this weekend, those are a couple color ideas that are there for you. And I want to show you, I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek of the 3rd color variation because I started working on it yesterday. Just to take it another step. There is the next color variation that I'm going to do. So the possibilities are absolutely endless. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see that rainbow one But if you are coming to the workshop, kind of let your mind explore with colors. I can't see anything bad coming out of any color combos that you put in play. And if you want to come to the workshop, you can go to MandalaLoveAffair.com, and tickets are $15 Canadian, and we are doing 2-hour lives coming up this weekend, and we're going to go through step by step how to draw the guidelines and everything for that design. I'm so freaking excited. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Right? Imagine winning that. Wouldn't that be amazing? On my way, bring my label writer and my Cricut. We just need some boxes and containers. We'll make it happen. We will make it happen. Hi there. How are you? Hi, Tina. Isn't it pretty, Tina? The rainbow? I love it too. That pink sofa back there is so cute. Yes, that is Audrey's. That's Audrey's little couch. I got it off of Amazon for her. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, Christine. That sucks. I wish the connection was better. Driving home from therapy. Heading home to chill with you. Nice. Drive safe. Don't let us distract you. Ah, I'm so glad to hear that, Patricia. I'm really excited too. I'm so glad you're so excited. It's going to be a fun session, and I hope you guys enjoy the design as much as I've enjoyed it so far. I look at it and I'm like, I want to do this design on like something really big, like a 3-foot by 3-foot canvas. I just keep wanting to do it on something bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Have you decided on what colors you're going to use, Patricia? I apologize if you told me already and I've forgotten. You can use absolutely any size circle for the class. You can use a square for the class. It literally could be a 4-inch circle, or it could be a 14-inch circle. That's the beauty of it, is the design is small enough that, here, let me just show you for example. Right? So if you had a piece that was only this big, it would still look really cool. Right? So that's the cool thing. Whatever size you have, square, round, rectangle, doesn't matter. It's going to work. No matter what. It's just about how much space you want to fill up. Sometimes it can be really nice when you're doing a workshop to do something on a smaller one, because the smaller one kind of, you work out some of the kinks. I'm going to be doing a big one like this. If you want to do a big one, absolutely have at it. But you can make it as big or as small as you want. I hope that helps, Pat. Yeah, totally need a human-sized cat bed just like that. Wouldn't that be fun? You're going to watch and paint it later. And that's a really good way to go in workshops too, right? See how it goes. Wait and see what kind of ideas you get after watching the workshop, eh? You're welcome, Pat. No problemo. I will not be conducting the workshop from my couch. I will sit at an actual table and have some more space. So rest assured, that will be there. It'll be way too claustrophobic here on this table to do that. So I will make sure there's extra space so that it doesn't get too visually chaotic for you guys. When I'm painting here, I have to have everything in such a small space, right? So, and that can get a little overwhelming when you're trying to watch a class. So I will keep it nice and empty and on the bigger space. I've been too lazy to go in and clean up my studio too. I look at my table now and it's just become a catch-all spot where everything just lands, or where stuff goes to sit and dry and just kind of disappears for a while. So I got to do a bit of work on that. That'll be this week too. Might do something like a pot or candle holder with a design. Ooh, yeah. I kind of know your pace by now, and wondering how long do you think the panels took you to do? if I had sat down and start to finish, 8 hours? Might even be less. 6 to 8 hours, I think, maybe. I'll have to time one. Of course, I didn't film the first one, so I can't even do the math. Or I didn't film the total process for any of them, but I'll time that one. That's my guess. My guess is if I sat down, I could do at least the base, maybe not the top dots. I could do the entire base design in one day. Yeah, that's not bad, eh? I'm kind of excited to see how I can put it together and see, like it'd be cool for some of the stuff, like some of the print on demand stuff that we've been talking about too, right? Like on hoodies and t-shirts and yoga mats and all that good stuff. Come up with some different ideas. Got to be honest, not looking forward to grid work. I totally understand that. That makes total sense. So there's no two ways about it, right? I wish that there was going to be a magic sauce that would take the frustration out of it. It's not there. Now, what you can do, if you found, okay, no, that wouldn't work actually. Sorry, I just thought I had an idea, but it's not. It's not a good one. Anyways, the most challenging part is that it is going to be quite tedious. Having a sharp pencil is going to make your life significantly easier. Now, it's not going to matter if every single line is perfectly right on the dot. Mine are uneven too. Like sometimes I'll be a little bit over or a little bit under in the space, so it doesn't necessarily create a perfect grid. The grid is really going to be there to help with spacing. It's going to be kind of like a background design. And it is definitely very tedious, but I promise you it doesn't have to be exact. Mine's not exact, and you'll see that when I'm drawing it out as well. But it is tedious. So the sharper your pencil is, the less frustrating that's going to be, but that's going to slow you down as well, right? It slows me down because I'm sharpening my pencil constantly. But that'll be a big, big help. If you have the ability to get a translucent or transparent ruler, like a plastic ruler from the dollar store that you can see through, that can help a lot as well. It just gives you more points of reference that you can see and line up. I'm going to be using one for the workshop because I've found it very frustrating using my solid metal ruler because I can't see if it's actually lined up the way I want it to be. So getting a transparent or translucent ruler will make life a little easier as well as when you're looking at a protractor. My protractor is quite big. I'll show you the size of mine. Having a smaller protractor can also be helpful because when we're measuring our angles, we're still going to have to do a little bit of eyeballing, but the smaller your protractor is, the less eyeballing you're going to have to do. I hope that helps. Hi, Chantel. Hi, Molly. How you doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have to work all weekend, Molly? A plexiglass plate and put a grid paper underneath. But how do you see that then on top of your circle that you're painting on? Imagine doing wallpaper, right? Wouldn't that be so cool? I actually want to do one of these designs in the color scheme that Christina has done on her Santorini stones, because that is such a beautiful color scheme. A quilting ruler. Yes, a quilting ruler is great. As long as you can see millimeters. You need to see a millimeter measurement. That's the only other thing as well. Perfect. I'm glad you've got a clear road, but that's going to make a difference. Let me just grab my protractor and show you. I have another protractor around somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it. I'm hoping to find it by Saturday. think I've got a couple spots I know where it might be. So this is the size of my protractor. It's quite big. And at the dollar store, I know you can find ones that are almost the size of just like this little insert here. The smaller, the better. Because as you move it around, it's going to give you more freedom to draw a few extra guidelines with the measurements compared to what we're going to have to kind of eyeball a little bit. So, and having a clear one of these, I think most of them are clear, but making sure that you can see it. And make sure you've got some good lighting that you can put over that to really see where your notches are. It's going to be, I promise it's going to be a lot easier than it probably looks like it's going to be. The most tedious part is going to be the grid that goes in behind the main guidelines. That will be tedious. I wish I could tell you differently, but it's happening, unfortunately. Oh, it's so good to see you, Chital. So glad to have you back. Oh, that's an interesting idea. That's cool. That's really cool, Letitia. No, I totally get that now. That's awesome. So the navy blue holder, this is from a small business called Country Hive. It's 3D printing, and it's got the little holes in the bottom so that when you hold your bliss drops upside down, it holds in there for you. It's kind of cool, eh? Hi, Christy. How you doing, love? It's good to see ya. That little navy holder was a gift from Vicky. So she found that place that does them. It's a great little holder. It's so helpful. I was using a glass shot glass, and then the paint would drip into the bottom because every once in a while, like when the nose of the paint bottle would touch the bottom of the glass and it would get paint on the bottom. And so every once in a while, you'd have to peel all of that paint off. But with this, it's lovely. You don't have to worry about it because the tip of the bottle never touches the bottom of the navy container. And holding it, keeping it upside down helps with bubbles. Because if you're flipping the bottle every which way, every time you picked it up and put it down, you'd be having to shake it a bit to get the paint down to the tip. And then you'd be dealing with a lot of bubbles, which is frustrating to say the least. So yeah, it's called the Country Hive. If you search them on Etsy, I believe that's the best option. I like that idea about made to order, Letitia. Of the designs on the mugs. And just say it'd be probably be a 4-week turnaround to give them time to adequately dry before shipping them off. Could get a nice little assembly line going, couldn't I? I still need to, once we get stuff done here in the apartment with the ceilings and painting the walls and all that stuff, I'm going to go to Home Depot and I'm going to take the mug stand that Jennifer made and I'm going to ask them to help me build some kind of contraption that I can mount on the wall that's going to hold a whole bunch of mugs all at the same time because they have to dry with the paint facing the ceiling. Right now I only have the one mug stand. If I stood the mug up, the paint could slide down. So I need more, like, you know, when you see tumbler makers and they've got all the turners going at once and they've got like 10 of them. I need something like that, only I don't need the turners, right? I just need to be able to dry stuff. So I'm going to see what I can come up with and see what some of the folks at Home Depot might come up with to help me out a little bit. Or Canadian Tire or something. Probably Home Depot or Rona would be the best ways to go. But yeah. Woo. There we go. All right. So this one is going to sit paint side facing up. Then we've got the other side that still needs to be done. So I'm putting together sets of ornaments. I've got a bunch that are going to be individual. Every design I do, I'm going to have individuals, but then I'm going to have sets, like sets of 4 ornaments together, and a couple of pairs that we'll put together too. It's fun to come up with them. Yes, you got it, Chantal. I found a glue bottle holder, which is very similar. Oh, perfect. That's awesome. I find that a lot of the stuff that if you look in different scrapbooking stores, that can be in card making stores. I think, Vicky, that's why you, it gave you an eye into that world and had the holders. Vicky is the one who sent me the holders. They're still amazing, Vicky. I love them. They're so helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chantal was just asking, the Country Hive, sorry. Sorry, Chantal. It's the Country Hive. All applicator paint bottles should always be stored upside down to prevent air bubbles and also to extend the shelf life of the paint. Good to know. Thanks, Asha. They're for the glitter glue? There you go. That's awesome. There's some cool stuff out there, man. There's some really cool stuff out there. Keeping eyes and options open for any ideas that we can see that could be helpful, right? Okay, let's now... What is that? So this is going to be the final side. We've got 3 sides done on this one. And then these ones are going to be parts, there's going to be 2 with the Mirage and 2 pink with the Tombstone in the black. And that's going to make up one of the sets. I have an absolute shit ton of pink ornaments, blue ornaments, white ornaments, and red ornaments. So there's going to be a lot of those getting done in the next little bit. And my hope is to kind of start to cycle them and get them packaged up and put away so I can track my inventory, but then I can keep making more inventory, because if I leave everything sitting on that ornament wall for too long, I'm just going to run out of space. Dun, dun, dun. Good morning to you too, Vicky. It's good to see you. Very reasonably placed in the USA. Perfect. Good. Thanks, guys. I hope I don't get tired of it too, Vicky. I hope so too. It's so much fun. I just love it. I am going to have to start painting some of the flat ornaments again soon too. I'm going to have to get painting some of those. Christina Lee sells some of those ornaments of mine in her store, and she sold a lot of them. They've sold really, really well in her shop. And I'm running out of ornaments to send her. The rainbow paw print ornaments are the go-to, seem to be the most popular there. So I've got to get making some rainbow paw print ornaments. So that'll be, I'm hoping to do all of these glass ones first and get them all done and packaged up and labeled and inventory counted, blah, 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 right? And then move to the other ones and start to get some painted. And you guys remember the teal canvas that I started with this design in the black? Still haven't finished that, so we'll have to bring that back maybe later this week. Finish that up. I've got a crap ton of varnishing that I need to do as well. Do you guys do that too? Like, I get to the point where it's done and all that needs to happen is it needs to be varnished. That's all that needs to be done, and then it's actually finished, and I just don't complete it. It just sits there forever with no varnish. For those of you who've seen my very first big round piece that I did, it's the one, if you saw the box that I did, I ended up doing the same design and colors on the box that I did in this big round canvas. And I was looking at it the other day. It's hanging on the wall in my mom's room. And I'm like, this thing doesn't have varnish on it yet. How the hell has it survived for the past 4.5 years without any varnish? And it's not scratched. It's not, I don't know what the hell happened, but so many things need to get varnished. Hi, Tara. How you doing? It's good to see you. Yay, and Cindy's home. Nice to take a break today and just sit and watch the live. No, I haven't found more of the dark green ones. You know, it's funny. I was going to place, I had some ornaments in my cart, in my Temu, whatever, in my cart, and they were chocolate brown metallic. And I left it too long, and they don't have them anymore. But I haven't found more of the dark green. They're going to be top of my list, though, as soon as Michael's gets them in and when the Christmas ornaments start piling in. I am going to be lined up at the door for when they open so I can get in there and grab as much as I can. I hope they have some cool colors. I remember way back when that they used to have like aisles and aisles and aisles full of their glass ornament sets. They just don't have them anymore. It's sad that the market's not there for it anymore, because they were beautiful. Ooh, oops. So this will, when the other pink and white one is done, we will have enough for 2 sets of the pink ornaments. I've got enough for 2 sets of the white, so the Mirage on white and Tombstone on white, which is the black. So I've got enough for 2 sets of that, so that's 4 sets. And then we're going to finish the set for the teal. And I have to do a large blue ornament because I've got 3 of them already done, painted with Snowbird, and I need 1 more to make a set of 4 of those too. And then I think that's going to clear a lot of stuff off of the ornament wall. And if I box up the stuff that are individuals, then I should be good to go. I haven't done photography for them yet though, so I need to get on that. My friend Sarah and I are going to do a resin party together. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, the resin, it's easy to let that pile up and then have a whole stack of stuff that you need to resin. That's a great idea to have a resin party together, though. Took me months to varnish the canvases from the flower pot classes, right? It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. You guys are awesome. Jamie, $7 million lottery win and then a multi-room studio, one for casting. Oh, I got it planned out, Asha. All I need to do is find the contractor and the architect and designer, and I'm going to just sit there, close my eyes, and walk them through the space. It's so exciting. I haven't, they haven't had any of the glass ornaments that I've seen lately, but I haven't looked in a while, Pat, so I should definitely take a look. When they still had them in store, they didn't have any more of the dark green, but it's a good idea to keep looking. I keep forgetting to keep checking, even though it's not Christmas season, you know? So I will definitely do that. All right, I'm going to move these 2 ornaments over to my table so they can sit and dry for a little bit before I hang them up on the wall. And I'm going to grab the teal ornaments, and we will work on the teal with tombstone. And we'll work on those ornaments. So we got more cups. I'm going to move this. And move this one. And now we'll grab number 1. Oops. Number 2. We'll start with those 2. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to poke my head out and check on Little Miss. Okie dokie. Blanket, blanket, blanket. I say all the time, Pat, while when I'm thinking about those ornaments, I remember they used to have at Michael's the matte metallic ornaments, and they had them in like a dark plum color, and they had them in a dark chocolate brown. I kicked myself for not buying them on Temu when they were there, so I might have to place another order soon. It's so funny, Asha, that I like to let myself daydream about winning the lottery and what I'd do with it and everything, right? So to the point where I go looking for houses online and think about what I would do to them if I moved in, and what I'd want to have done, and who would I call to do the work. Like, I let myself get right into it, right? And I've actually already found a place that I would want to move into. And I'm like, I can picture exactly how it's going to go. We're going to go in here, and then this is going to be the studio. We're going to put a wall up over here, and that's going to be the casting studio. And then we're going to have another room over here, and that's going to be for resin. Then we're going to have a room over here, and it's going to be built-ins everywhere. It's so fun to think about. So fun to think about what we do. I bet you never buy a ticket. For what? For the lottery? Oh yes, I've got my ticket. 3D paints are becoming extremely popular. Yeah, she's got the puffy paints coming out too. It's cool. They're very popular. Texture is a big thing. I've had a lot of people say that too. And Vicky, sorry if I completely went on a different tangent than where you went to. I don't know where my brain was going when you commented that. I'm so bad for that. I just start talking and then I completely forget what I'm talking about, so that when I read a comment, I have no idea what it's referring to. It's not good. Not good. Let's do this one here. Oh yes, I do buy lottery tickets. I absolutely do. Absolutely. I sure do. Got a ticket for Tuesday night's draw for $70 million. And let me tell you, it's all planned out. I know the contractor and designer I'm going to call. I know exactly. The only thing we need to do is put in an electric chairlift for Mom. We're golden. It's going to be great. Lydia May, she started as a YouTube daughter. And spends a lot of time on Instagram, I believe, and on Facebook. But her YouTube is where she started. She is a Dot Mandala teacher. She's one of the first people that I ever I ever started watching videos on. She was, like, the common names that I would come across was her, Kristen Uhrig, why can't I remember? My mind's going completely blank. And so she's, I knew her from being a YouTube Mandala teacher. And she's written a book. She has her own website where she sells a lot of supplies and patterns and stencils and molds. I've used a couple of her molds as well. Paint bottles she sells. So she's, developing her own line of paints. Where is she? Let me find her. Hold on. Why am I not thinking of what Lydia May's username is? Oh, it should be Lydia May Art. And Dot Art Depot as well is her website. Going out for dinner with kiddos and the grandkids soon. That's nice, Holly. That's wonderful. Thank you, Letitia. I'm glad you were able to pop in for a minute, though. So, yeah, Lydia May Art and Dot Art Depot. All right. So let's start. Last night, I did 2 of these. They both had to get tossed because they were scratched all to hell, and I dropped one. And it smooshed unfixably. So I decided to cut my losses and move on and just go forward with the 4 of these ornaments that I had remaining. I don't think that they are metallic. I think that Lydia's are semi-gloss or gloss paints. For what that's worth. Let me see if I can share the profile. I'll share a post with you, Tara. I'll send it to you. Okay, I just sent a post to you, Tara. And she's on Facebook as well? Yes, that's right. Oh, that's weird. Does that mean blocked? Try Facebook. I've had that happen to me before and found out that I was blocked on a couple accounts. It's always so frustrating. I don't understand that. Cindy's back. Oh, there you go. That's weird. I don't get it. Hopefully it's not intentional. Sometimes that happens too. Do you guys find that on TikTok, that you'll see people come up on your For You page and be like, but I follow these people. Why do I have to follow them again? I find I'm always having to go in and re-add people. I wonder if that happens on Instagram ever. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense logically at all to me in any way. Like, why block someone you don't even know, right? Yeah, I don't know, love. I wish I knew. Maybe the paints. I don't know. It still doesn't logically, doesn't make sense to me anyway. That's for sure. People are strange. Yeah, you can always check out the website if you want to. Every time something like that happens online, my logical brain wants to engage, and then I have to remember that the internet is not logical. The logical brain has nothing to offer here. So frustrating. They show up on Cyprus because they've had over 10,000 likes. What? Oh, on For You page, the For You page, yeah. Why suddenly I'm getting all these? It's so weird, right? Hell yeah, don't block that. Don't block until you reach 800 for sure. Use it. Use it to get what you need. Yeah, every once in a while we end up on the wrong side of TikTok. These tools that I'm using, you guys, are from Terra as well. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they just so pretty? The thing I like about this color on the metallic teal is it looks like velvet when it dries. I've got a large teal ornament. I've got 2 large ones. And then 2 of these small ones are going to make up a set. But it looks just like velvet when it dries. Like I want to reach out and touch it and expect to feel soft velvet. Definitely going to have to get back to that canvas. I've got a metallic pink one prepped for it too, and I was thinking maybe that one might be Mirage, but I don't know. Oops. I think I picked up a cat hair on the end of my tool. All right. It's going to dry paint facing the ceiling. And let me go actually grab one of the teal ones, the large teal ones that are dry, so you can see what that looks like, because it's pretty cool. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, Audrey glitter. It's everywhere. Another reason to have resin somewhere else. In an airtight vacuum somewhere. Let me grab... Okay, so this is the black on teal dry. Isn't that great? Just looks so soft. Hi, Mel. Love it. So we're going to have 2 of these large ones, and then 2 of the small ones are going to make a set of 4. I'm tempted to... I bought some red velvet ribbon, and I'm tempted... and then I bought some regular old white ribbon and black ribbon. And since I've been using the velvet ribbon, I feel like I need to buy some black velvet ribbon and some white velvet ribbon now. And I need to get some new gold and new silver ribbon too. I'm very particular about the ribbon choices when it comes to getting these ornaments ready. Okay, time for a stretch. 1 hour break. Ooh, and a yawn too. Didn't expect that one. I'm going to be live tonight on my TikTok account from 8 until 10 p.m. Eastern. If you are around and want to come hang out again with me tonight, I'd love to see ya. Probably no lives tomorrow or Wednesday, but we'll get back to lives again on Thursday. I'm going to start trying to come up with a monthly live schedule as best as I can so that I don't have to keep posting and moving stuff around, just to make it a little easier. I'm very envious of Jenna and how she just has her standard live schedule and then makes it work. I don't know that I trust myself for that, but I'd like to get there eventually. We'll see. Do I even have you guys on camera? I don't. I'm so sorry. Sounds good, Sarah. We'll be here. Could even use this color combo in the workshop piece that we're going to be doing. Could do a background of the metallic teal and then do that swoopy design in a bunch of black. That'd be kind of cool. Do you guys follow Court D Art? I don't believe I follow her here on Facebook, but I follow her on TikTok and on Instagram. She's been playing with a bunch of different kinds of art too. It's really cool to watch her experiment. But she's doing a Dot Mandala piece right now that is really, really, really dark grays. And it's so freaking beautiful. it's so fun to watch other artists, and I find that it helps make me braver to try other color combos sometimes when I see other artists doing it. Don't want to go and copy them, but at the same time, it gives you a little push to say, oh, maybe I could go forward with that. But highly recommend checking her out if you don't already. Yes, Mel, how are you doing today? Are you feeling any better? I hope you're closer to being on the mend. Doing so glad to be on antibiotics. Oh, that's good. When those start to kick in, hopefully you'll get some relief, eh? Strep's awful. Sending you so much love. So we got 2 more of these ones. How are we doing on time? Well, it's only 10 after. Oh, that's great. We could work on the teal canvas a bit. That could be cool. Oops, wrong one. Once we finish these 4 ornaments, I'll grab the teal canvas and we'll see what we can do with that. Might be some guidelines that need to be drawn on that one, but... So the teal canvas looks exactly like this, only it's a tiled design on a square canvas. My brain is spacing out super easy today, you guys. I'm so sorry. I will be back. All right, so we'll let this one sit. Paint facing the ceiling. We'll let it dry. We've got 2 more teal ornaments we can work on. I was surprised to have strep because I haven't gone anywhere. That's so frustrating. Just one thing after another, eh? At least this is a little bit more treatable. COVID, unless you get really, really bad, you kind of just have to grit your teeth and get through it, right? A lot of the times. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Definitely better. Good. I'm glad you did too. Really glad. Hopefully those antibiotics just kick it right out of you nice and fast. Usually once they start working, progress usually gets felt pretty quickly, and I hope that happens for you too. All right, I'm just going to move these 2 ornaments. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to hang up one of the other 2 that we just painted. See if I can move these yet. No, I cannot. So, I'm going to move these 2 over here as well. Move these ones out of the way. And then, by the time I paint one more, for the cup that I have free, should be able, we should be able to hang up one of the other ornaments. Now this is all scratched on the bottom. I think if I do it that way, it should be all right. I'll just turn it this way. Give it the best shot to be covered by swoops. All right. Of the ornaments, Cindy, or of the bliss drops? My favorite changes depending on what I'm working on, I think. I love Tombstone. I love everyone I look at, I'll say, oh, this one's my favorite. And then, you know, I'll look, go, oh, but that one's really pretty. Oh, but that one's really pretty. I feel like Mirage and Tombstone, as boring of a choice as black and white is, Mirage and Tombstone they're just not a typical black and white, I think, you know? Especially because Mirage changes color with the background color. Like for my home decor and stuff, teals are a big one. I buy a lot of teals and blues. A lot of teals and blues. Yeah. I look around and I've got a lot of blues and a lot of teals and aquas and stuff around. It's kind of funny, when you say it out loud and then you start looking around at all of the stuff that you have and you're like, oh yeah, it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. I need to get your mailing address from you soon, too, Cindy. I'll send you a message when I get my shit together and get your address so I can get your mug on its way too, yeah? All right. Okay. It's a little cockeyed, but we'll make it straighter. It's fine. Okay. Tombstone, here we go. No, I didn't know that. I'm so excited. That's wonderful. I'm going to have Cindy art in my house. Oh. How friggin' cool is that? Thank you, love. You don't have to do that, but thank you. I'm excited. Whoops. How's your weather today, you guys? We've got a beautiful day today. It's just starting to cloud over now, but we've had bright blue skies all day. I even felt the sun a little bit. Okay, Jamie, the more I see you playing with those beautiful tools, the more I really want a set, and I really, really don't need any more tools. I feel that. Totally understand. But I will still be here to enable you and say, come on, just get the tools. Come on, do it, do it. I will never encourage that. Don't ever get into trouble spending money. But buy the tools. They're great. I really like them. They're very comfortable. I like that they're a little bit heavier in my hand. It's like I can just feel them a little bit. Yeah, they just have a little more weight. Sunny but cool. Are you a fan of winter, Tina? That's me and Cindy, the rain gallery, Cindy. It's a great day to be in Florida. You having a good day? Good weather day? I'd love to live somewhere with palm trees someday. Wanted to for a long time. Oh, that's so sweet, Cindy. Love you to bits. Rain in an atmospheric river pattern. Jeez, that sounds like a bummer. Rain is so dreary and so tiring. It was still really cold today with the sunshine, but at least the sun was out. It helped a little bit. So hard when it's dreary. Beautiful day in New Mexico. Nice. Good. I'm living up to my reputation, Lynn. Exactly, Tara. I never have too many tools. Is Audrey napping? Yeah. Yeah, she's curled up in the living room. Curled up on her little memory foam mattress. I can't say little. Mom ordered this memory foam mattress for her bed a while ago, and it's not where she needs time to get used to it. And she's been having some pain, so changing something wasn't something that she really wanted to do. So hopefully when she starts feeling a little bit better, we can give her some time to get used to it. But anyways, and it's harder for her to get up on the bed because the mattress adds so much depth. So in the meantime, when it hasn't been on Mom's bed, it's been kind of propped up in the corner on the floor out in the living room. And it's made this little bed that Audrey now loves to sleep on. And I've attached sheets all over the place to make like a tent for her. Part of that is to keep the dust off of her. So if she's going to spend a lot of time there, I'd rather she have a little bit of a buffer against the dust falling from the ceiling. So she's laying out there now, and we're like, we really don't want this random huge mattress sitting in the corner of our living room, but how do we take that away from the cat? She loves it so much. So we're already trying to plan, what are we going to need to buy her to make up for the fact that the memory foam mattress isn't there? Raining and thunderstorms in Sydney for the last 2 days. Oh, yuck. Better than summer, yeah. Super hot in summer in the Texas, eh? Oh, Christine, I'm so sorry. That sucks. I'm sorry. I hate when that happens. I hate when technology doesn't help us. I did one summer in Phoenix and then I ran away. This is hell's waiting room. But wow, you guys. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I've never experienced it. Have to come for a visit sometime and experience it. Mm-hmm. Nice to not have super, super cold winters, though, eh? There's always the trade-off, right? It's... If I was to trade to go somewhere else where it wasn't quite as cold as here, would I want to trade? Because everybody's got to deal with some shit, right? It's just a matter of which shit you'd rather deal with. Because it's not about going somewhere where there's no shit. There's always shit. Big fan of Florida, yeah. Well, and that's the trade-off there, right? You know, you have hurricanes, you have, you know, extreme heat in the deserts, you have tornadoes, you have earthquakes. There's so many potential things in all of these different places that could be that trade-off of, you know, but I don't have snow anymore. It's so hard. And that's why you just got to figure out what is the trade-off that you are most willing to live with, that seems the most worth it, right? And there's a lot to be said for the devil you know, right? Like, I'm used to Canadian winters. I know how to do this. I've never done a hurricane season. I don't know that I'd be able to do that. There's always a trade-off. Okay, so I'm just going to go see if one of these other ornaments can go up on the ornament wall, and then I can swap this one out and we can paint the final one. Alright, I was able to move one, so then I move this one over to the table out in the room here. And we can do the last of the teal ornaments. Whoa. Okay. Get back under the blanket. I love my electric blanket. I think it is one of my absolute favorite possessions. Albuquerque, very cold winters and crazy hot summers and no spring or fall. How do you find that? So you don't have transitions of any spring or fall? It just goes from one extreme to the other? That's interesting. I think my ideal would be if I could go somewhere where we just had like a constant switching back and forth between spring, summer, fall, spring, summer, fall, spring, summer, fall. All right. Final one. Right? Our own little biodome where we can create our own ecosystem on the inside and control how many people come in and out of it. The Netherlands for when you love mostly rain, 2 extremely hot weeks in the summer, usually accompanied by a storm or 2 and repeat. Only 2. So what's the trade-off? What's the weather trade-off there? Would it be... Do you get tornadoes or anything like that? Spring is like 1 week long before it's time for the sunscreen. And you don't really know that fall is happening until all the leaves have fallen overnight. Oh. Well, yeah, because fall is so long on the East Coast. That must be really strange. Rain is good painting weather, that's for sure. Places around the equator, same conditions throughout the year. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, if the coldest it ever got was like 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, that'd be pretty amazing. I'd be good with that. And then if the hottest it ever, if it got up to like a normal of like 30 degrees Celsius in the summer, just that nice little pocket of temperatures would be perfection to me. I used to really love the heat, and I still love the heat when I'm going out in it, but I used to like really love the heat, like 35 degrees Celsius, and I wanted to go do stuff when all of my other friends wanted to just hibernate in the air conditioning. But now I find it's not that I don't like the heat as much, but I prefer when it's a nice temperature outside so that I don't have to have the air conditioning on too cold in my house. I don't want to have to go outside and then put a sweater on when I come inside my home in the summer. That just seems so backwards to me. So those are my favorite days. We don't get tornadoes, but we're below sea level, so sometimes floods. Yeah, if you have extreme rainfall. Yeah, winter months are mostly creative. Good days for staying inside. Do you guys have a favorite season? My mom loves winter. Loves winter. And I'm a summer girl. Although I'm starting to appreciate fall a little bit more. I think I've only enjoyed spring because it meant the end of winter. And if I didn't have a winter, I think fall would be my favorite time. I'm looking at that one and I can't repair that scratch in there. So I'm gonna keep painting this one, but this is gonna go into the imperfects pile just to not. Actually, I don't even really. No, I think I'm gonna pitch this one. Yeah, because that's too scratchy and I don't want to waste any more paint. Yeah, no, that one's gonna go. All right, so the scratches really show up. They don't show up super strong on camera, but in person they show up really badly. Like it makes it look like there's paints kind of all over the place. So I think I'm gonna think I'm gonna just, for those ones, be really picky about which ones get done. So now let me move this stuff out of the way and let's grab, don't mind the mess. Let's turn it this way so you don't see as much of the mess. And then I'll be right back to the comments. I'm just going to grab this canvas. And what else do we need? We need pencil sharpener. All right. So now we have this canvas. Same design you just saw, same color scheme, just on a big canvas instead of a tiny ornament. Ta-da! Let me just scroll back. I just wish it was more sunny for photography. Yeah, it really helps when it's a nice sunny day for that, eh? Always wanted to live in a wooden cabin in the snow fields. Oh, wow. That'd be beautiful and very peaceful. I love summer. I prefer complaining about heat over feeling cold. Janice, I prefer the heat of Florida in the winter, maybe next year. Went to Arizona 4 years ago and found it too cold. Oh, wow. Tell you one thing, menopause is a new thing for me. So happy to be dealing with hot flashes now instead of in July. Right? I'm waiting for it. I'm counting down the days. Bring it on. Let's go. I'm done. Physiologically, our bodies also go through 4 seasons, just exactly the same. Oh, no way. That's really cool. I didn't know that. All right. So these now are going to be... I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I've got to draw these lines again. And then, just because I didn't see them very well, let's just to see how the lines are there. So I'm going to draw those lines and then I'll hold them up again. I'm just going to try and get one of them drawn, hopefully. Nope, that's not right. All right, so let's try this. This should just be the top half. And I've got some spots here that didn't have the center dot. So let's try this. Oh, thanks, Asha. Yeah, that's neat, eh? All right, so let's go here. Let's do this one. And this one. And this one. All right, so now I need to measure how far. I used to know these measurements, then I forgot. I stopped writing them down. So, shit. Excuse me, sorry. There we go. All right, so if I'm starting at the center there, that is 2, 1, 2.2. Ah, it's coming back to me now. All right, so if I want this in here like this, nope, I'm gonna do it this way. Da-da-da. Hi, Lauren. That's all right. I've got a couple more of these ones around too. I like that there's the circles on here. I use them a lot for drawing guidelines occasionally too. I like this ruler. It's funny how we get attached to certain things, eh? Okay, so we're gonna go with one, two. All right, so that should, if this works out, this should space out properly that we are able to do the top half of this design in here. And if that pans out, then that means we can continue on with the design, which would be very cool. All right, so it's hard to come back to something that you haven't worked on in quite a while. You get on a roll while you're painting it all at the same time, and that momentum gets shaken up. There we go. Let's see what happens. Sorry guys. What paint did you use for the background? I only used paint actually. I didn't use any gesso. I used Artist Loft. I'll go grab the bottle for you in a second here, and I'll show you the color that I used. So let's turn it this way. Here, let me go grab that bottle of paint and I'll show you the background color. Yeah, I need to start getting back into my studio. This is a little cumbersome. Alright. That's what I... Nope, not a Liquitex. Where is it? Let's still be out in the other room. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Curiouser and curiouser. There it is. There it is. Found it. It is Artist Loft, which is a brand at Michael's, and it is called Metallic Cobalt Blue. And that's the color that I used straight out of the bottle, and I did 3 coats because it was pretty streaky, the finish on it the first time. So it's pretty streaky. But it was the closest one that I could find. There's a couple other metallic teals that I have that just weren't quite the right color. So this one worked out really well. So yeah, so Artist Loft. I would imagine that Liquitex Basics probably has something comparable. Let me... All right. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get a half swoop in here. I might be able to. But I might have to do the whole... Oh no, screw it. I can do it. I can do it. Hold on. I'm just going to do the whole thing. All right, that'll work. All right, so now I'm going to turn it this way. Bring you this way. And let's see. Spin it. I think this is gonna work though. Did I just stick my arm in paint? Son of a bitch, I did too. Sorry. Damn it. One of the center dots that I just put in. Thankfully it was still wet enough that I could wipe it off, but bonehead Jamie. At least I recognized it before I stuck my arm in another one. It counts for something, doesn't it? All right. And no arm in paint. I gotta go. Hold on, I'll be right back. I don't know what Mom's watching on TV, but whatever it was sounded exactly like Audrey having a cough. Oh, God. Sorry. Come back in and hear a big fart. That's the welcome back. All right, I need to use this one. There. I think I used a little too much space there. It's a little cramped, but I don't think anybody's gonna notice. So we're gonna run with it. Okay. I know, sorry. my heart stopped myself. Yes, I've got some swooshes up here that I have to go in and repair right in there. Oh, yes, and then I see the other one. Yep, I see it over here. I can add that one in as well. I had a couple, one right here that we're missing, so we'll go in and do that one too. Thank you, Asha. Yeah, I don't know what she's listening to and what she's watching in there, but that's giving me a heart attack every time I think it's Audrey coughing. And of course, I run out and Audrey's sound asleep, not fazed by anything. All right. So this is cool. This means that these halves will be the easier ones to get done, and then have to figure out the quarter designs, which hopefully will still be fairly straightforward because it'll just be this section here and it'll go in the corners. So we'll do this on all the different spots. We'll work on that maybe even tonight as well. We'll see how we do with the mugs and the ornaments, but this will be the next one on deck that we will keep going with. And let's make sure I don't stick my hand in paint. We are good right here. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today, you guys. It's so fun to sit and paint with you. And I always feel so productive at the end of these lives. All right, and then we'll do the center dot there. And then we'll do a zoom out and see how we think that looks. I think that's gonna look really cool. That's gonna be able to fill the design from edge to edge. And then we'll do some kind of a dot here in the middle. Like right here. That'll work. Yay! That's cool. I'm excited to see that up on the wall. Yippee. Okay, so there's a couple other swoops on here that we can do those repairs. So let's do that. Where do I need to be? First, we're gonna go up here to this one. Thanks, guys. Oh, you must be going so stir crazy, Mel. That's got to be so hard. I know a lot of you guys have gone through a lot of chunks of time where you haven't been able to paint and have been going through all kinds of stuff, and I am hopeful for you that you'll be able to start enjoying it again soon, if you're not already getting back at it. Okay, so let's go here. That's right, I had to remove a few because they were running into each other. That's right, I remember. So I've got another canvas prepped. I think I actually need another coat of the base coat with metallic hot pink. It's called pink tourmaline. If you've seen me do some of my rainbow mug patterns, it's one of those multi-surface colors. I used it as a background color on another canvas like this. So I don't know yet if I'm going to do tombstone on it. It might be a good project for the new color, the new Bliss Drops color. And I can't remember the name of it again. Where am I going? I'm looking it up, I'm looking it up, I'm looking it up. Scorpion. Can't freaking wait. That might be a really nice one to do on the hot pink background. Thanks, Tina. I knew if I didn't find it, I knew you'd have the answer for me. All right, so now going over here. There we go. And now I'm going to do the other dot up here that I'm not going to stick my arm and paint again. And then that should be pretty much ready to go. So let's see. I'm so excited to try that one. Can't wait. All right. That is going to fill that in really nicely. And then we'll fill in these corners with a quarter design in there. And then go all the way around so it looks like it's going all the way around. This is a design that I'd like to do on a canvas that has the thicker gallery edge as well. We've seen Christina paint the edge of those thick gallery ones. We've seen Cindy with her album series. If you guys have not already gone out and checked out that album series or bought the one that you wanted yet, definitely go and check out the rain gallery. But doing the decoration on the outer edge, whether it's a thick wood panel or whether it's a canvas panel, being able to pull the design around and do that is going to be really cool. What, you ordered paint again? What paints did you order? So many ideas, you guys, and it's so fun to sit down and do a whole bunch of these fun ideas together. So thanks for coming and hanging and painting with me. This was a really good live. We got a lot accomplished. We got another section of the mug with the Oasis Bliss Drops done. We'll be able to do another section on the live tonight. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ornaments. Yep, 5 more ornaments. And did this bit on this piece. So that's really cool. You ordered Bliss Drops. Hell yeah. Yes. You're going to love them, Letitia. They're so fun to work with. Still have 6 available. Fantastic. Go and grab them. That is absolute craziness that there's any available. So if they are still available, they won't be for long. They're going to get snapped up so fast. So if you've been eyeing one, make sure you go get it. And if you're not in the market to buy one, then just go and give those posts some love and help get that work out to other people so Cindy can sell a bunch of paintings. But she does a lot of beautiful stuff along the sides. Wonderful. I'm glad you'll be there with me tonight, Cindy. That'll be lovely. I hope to get to see a lot of you. Sea turtle soul. Nice. They're so beautiful. Hi, Sue. Thanks for coming and hanging out, you guys. I think this is going to be a natural stopping point for this afternoon. I will see you tonight on TikTok, hopefully, from 8 to 11 p.m., 8 till 10 p.m. I might paint longer tonight. We'll see how I'm doing. But at least until 10 p.m. tonight, we'll work on progressing all of the stuff that we were working on today. Don't forget that if you haven't gotten your tickets for the workshop yet, let's see if we can get a better angle with the sun. I love it how, pow. I just love this one. There we go. That's a better light to show the metallic under. Just love it. So if you haven't gotten your ticket for the workshop, you can go to MandalaLoveAffair.com and get your tickets for this design. I'll walk you through drawing the grid lines, everything, painting this whole design. And of course, we'll share what we come up with after the workshop to give everybody ideas, hopefully. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight and this afternoon. And I will see you hopefully tonight. And if I don't, I will look forward to seeing you whenever our paths cross again. I love you to bits, guys. We'll see you soon.